Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Australian Lebanese Chamber of Commerce, I welcome you to this post-budget breakfast seminar. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for the day, Mr. Bill Evans.
And thanks, Joe, for the invitation to come along today. Well, as Michael indicated, we've recently had the Commonwealth budget, and I'll say a few words about that. So if you look at how the government estimates the change in spending per year, you can see the government seeking to move from a deficit of 4% of $44 billion to a surplus of $1 billion over the course of 1 year is by far the sharpest movement in a fiscal position that we've ever seen. The thing that really stands out about our economy at the moment is the fact that confidence is still so low. Consumer sentiment, being the red line there, the black line there, is still below what I would call the long-term average. Now that is quite breathtaking when you think that the Reserve Bank has actually cut interest rates by 100 basis points since October, and yet confidence is lower now than it was before they started to cut rates. That really is surprising, and it really goes to the heart of what's going on in this economy at the moment. Now this story is about a guy who had a lot of money and he wanted to test the theory as to whether you can take it with you or not. So he brought his 3 trusted advisors around, his priest, his doctor, and his banker. And it was not a Westpac banker, and it was not the Arab Bank either, right? It was another bank. And he said to them, he said, look, I'm going to give each of you $100,000. And when the bad day comes, I want you to each put it into my cask so I can take it with me and test my theory that you can take it with you. So the bad day comes and they're standing around at the wake, and the priest says to the other 2, he says, look, I'm sorry, I have to make an admission. I gave $50,000 to charity and only put $50,000 in. And the doctor said, gee, I'm glad to hear that, because I had the same problem. I gave $50,000 to medical research and put $50,000 in the cask. And the banker glared at them and said, shame on both of you. I put in a cheque for the full amount.
We really appreciate having you all, and we'd like to see more of you in future functions of the Chamber. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.